So this is our 50 barrel brew house currently right now that we have. We are pushing out about 50 barrels every 4 hours. The new brew house will allow us to push out closer to 100 to 120 barrels every 4 hours. Give or take a few minutes here and there, you never know, each brew's different. So we got 2 silos outside that we draw most of our base malt from. We got a wheat silo and we got a pale malt silo, 2-row pale. And then we also use some other super sacks, which are these big bags here. We also use a lot of different specialty malts for color. Caramel malt, crystal malt. Those are just gonna give your beers a nice body. And then for the porters and stouts and things like that, we got malts about this dark and this almost black, but that's where you can get the roasty characters and chocolate characters in your beers. We're running all those different combinations of malts for each different recipe through this 4-roller mill here. So it goes, all the grain goes into this mill, gets cracked open, exposes the starches in the malt, and all that malt becomes a grist, and it goes up this long auger after the mill, all the way up top to that big grist case up there. So we got all that malt in there for a 50 barrel batch. We'll open this slide gate right here. That allows all that grist to drop down into this auger right here, which is a motorized auger. We can control the speed that's flowing into the mash tun. At the same time it's dropping in, we got hot water feeding into this line to mix up with it and hydrate it. We'll hydrate to a certain temperature, usually between 150 and 154 degrees Fahrenheit. And the whole time it's mashing in there, it takes about 20 minutes. It's mixing up. There's a big mixer in there, mixing all the malt together as one uniform concoction. After that, we're gonna let it rest. We'll convert all those sugars, and we'll take that sugary solution we get out of the wort, and we'll transfer it underneath the screens into this kettle here. After it's boiled up for 90 minutes, during that 90-minute period, we're adding, I don't know, 3 or 4 different hop additions during the boil, and then we'll add a couple more after the boil into our whirlpool vessel. That's where we're gonna get a lot of aroma after the boil. We're gonna take it from the whirlpool vessel and just pump it. It's still boiling temperature, right? So we still have to cool it down before we add yeast to it, or we'll kill that yeast. So we'll pump it from the whirlpool vessel into that big blue plate and frame. It's a heat exchanger. We're pumping cold water on one side of the plate, and the hot water's going on the other side of the plate system, and it's tempering it down from 170 degrees to about 70 degrees. This is our hop back. This is where we're using all of our whole flower leaf hops. Nothing in it right now, but basically we'll be dumping a whole bunch of whole leaf flower hops in there. That door down there will be shut. We'll pump wort in from that whirlpool vessel, and it'll just shower over those hops. And there's another outlet on the outside of this, so the wort has contact with the hops, but the hops can't get through this screen, so we'll just pump it out of that after it has contact.